Hey, what is going on, everyone? It is Jamie G back here again. Thank you very much for joining me in this super quick video. Social proof, how to maintain social proof on your Facebook ads. We're just going to go through a little hack. You may or may not be aware of it, and it's basically a way that you can maintain your social proof in terms of likes, comments, shares, all that sort of thing on your Facebook ads. And the whole idea being, just to give a bit of a general overview of what social proof is, it's the concept that if someone else has done something, it's basically gives like a pre-approval to someone else to then go and do that same thing as well. So if you see that there's a lot of engagement on a post, then it sparks people's curiosity enough for them to actually take an action. So before I go any further, my name is Jamie G, and if you are new to my channel, I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, pretty much all things digital. So if that's of interest to yourself, I'd love to have you guys join me. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm putting out. Alrighty, jumping straight into it. So we're just going to go straight over to the ads manager here, and I've just set up this very super basic ad strategy in the last few days. Now, my whole idea behind this is that I wanted to get a bit of engagement on my ad. Some people kind of argue that this is not the most ethical thing to do, but I don't really know how getting likes and comments and shares on your Facebook ads for super cheap, as you can see, 3 cents per post engagement. I don't really see how that's an unethical thing to do personally, and I think most people just have a bit of a carrot up their advertising stuff. Anyway, I digress. So okay, look, here's the basically loophole here. So what you can do, it's called, originally it was called a dark post, and basically Facebook have now removed the ability for you to hide it from your Facebook page's timeline. So now it's just people still call it a dark post, but in reality you can't actually hide it now that you can actually view people's ads on a timeline. Anyway, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to jump into this. I'm just going through this is just an ad for my agency, and I'm explaining a very common ad strategy that I use as part of my business, and something that I do suggest a lot of my clients implement because it's really straightforward. It's called I don't know, I couldn't actually say it on Facebook, believe it or not, because it has the word bomb in it. It's called the carpet bomb method. But I decided to call it something else. I've just given it a bit of an overview as to how that looks. So anyway, here's my ad, and I've just been running this for a couple of days now, and it's chewed up a little bit of budget, but nothing too major. But the point being is that I've now got 82 likes and hearts and wow faces and a couple of comments there. I've got to share. I could probably share it amongst my own social media and boost that number up significantly as well, of course. And it also doesn't factor in, because I mean, looking at the stats, I think I had 507 post engagements, but what it doesn't factor in is the ones of the people that just click on more just to kind of read what else is below the fold. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, to show you how I set all this up, I'm going to make a few assumptions here that you do have a campaign already on the go. If not, then quite simply, I just put an engagement campaign on the go. It doesn't matter. You can use traffic if you prefer, or video views. It doesn't matter. But there's basically two options when it comes to setting up your ad. So I'm just going to go, where are we? Over here, that one. Just to show you, I'm actually going to go take a step back. Alrighty. So let's say hypothetically I was to go into this ad set here. Basically, the hack is, by the way, in case you don't want to continue watching, the hack is quite simply to have worldwide targeting. I'm just going to go and I'll show you the targeting here as to why, and this is the reason why it's so cheap. So basically, worldwide targeting, what it means is that instead of targeting, say, one of the tier 1 countries such as United States or Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Canada, etc., one of the tier 1 countries, you're basically just letting the budget do whatever it wants to do. And so as you can see, I mean, I'm targeting 1.2 billion people. I mean, it's not exactly a finite audience. It's pretty broad. I don't even think I put an interest layer on. Yeah, I didn't. So basically, all I'm trying to do is just get cheap clicks. I honestly don't care if these people never engage with my business. I just want to have that social proof there. That way, when I do actually show this exact same ad to the audience I want to show it to, which in my case would be like I say, the tier 1 countries, specifically starting with Australia, moving over to United States, New Zealand, etc., etc. It means that people see that and they go, okay, cool, he's got a few likes and whatnot. I'm curious enough to know what this is all about. I better go have a look. So what I'm doing is I've just put it in that initial ad, and I've also just got a retargeting ad following up as well. So people that click on an ad, they're going to now be part of that retargeting audience. And as a result, they should probably see this ad and then click on that as well, in theory. And the click-through rates are pretty decent, about 7.5% there. So, sorry, it's dropped down a little bit, 7.1%. But anyway, all right, so let's say I've set up all my campaign. I've got my ad sets here. I've put in the worldwide targeting, and then I just click on that. Now, in this case, I've already got that ad there, but it's, for argument's sake, let's say I go and create a new ad. It's going to go through this process. Yep, continue. We don't really care about that. We just want to have the ad. Okay, so here's the options here, right? You can either create an ad name. You can name it whatever you choose. Of course, I'm just going to leave it like that because I really don't care. Now, you can actually just create an ad as per normal. But however, if you want to maintain the social proof, as I'm explaining in this video, then obviously you just need to click on use existing post. And then basically all you need to do is just click on, obviously select the page. I'm not going to go through that process. Hopefully you guys know what you're doing there. And then when you come down to this part here, all you need to do is click on selected post. And you can just go and select whatever one you want to put in. So in this case, let's say, what did I put there? I think I'm heading to, oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know why I would have published that. It's actually one of my newsletters. How interesting. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the ad post, for example. I might not be looking at the right page. Oh yeah, it's not even my page. I mean, sorry, it is, yes, but not one that I use for this type of stuff. Okay, you're gonna see. Okay, sorry, there we go. Right in front of me. I'm not going to bother about Instagram because I don't want to go for the rigmarole of actually adding it. It doesn't really matter. It's still a representation of your business on Instagram. I'm not really looking to grow my Instagram account for my agency at this stage anyway. It's sort of more or less defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do, basically. So anyway, you can either select an existing post, just as I mentioned there, and these are the two ones I've got up and running at the moment. Or if you have actually gone to your specific page and you've published a post, you can actually advertise that as well, nice and easy. Or if you've got one scheduled, you can even do that. Nice and easy there. So let's just go back to ad posts, and these are a couple of the ad posts I've put together. And obviously, I'm just doing this little experiment at the moment here. Anyway, let's say that this is my ad, and at the moment, I'm just putting this out there to get likes and shares and comments and all that sort of stuff. So what this now means is I can keep using this exact same ad in this exact same format for all the other ads that I create. So now I can create a traffic ad, and there's actually not a link in this, believe it or not, but if I had a link in that, it would then mean that people could basically click on that and I'd get remunerated, well, not necessarily remunerated, sorry. I would get the stats of clicks through to my website through that as well. Now, the other thing you can do is you can actually go ahead and create your own post. So obviously you just need to click on this little plus button, and maybe a little bit slow while I'm recording. And then I'll obviously just need to put in whatever you want there. And then here's my link, etc. Right? So there we go. That's my new website. Go check that out. Awesome. No, just kidding. So you can basically put that in there as that, and basically put in whether it's a video or you can get messages to your page. You do all sorts of stuff. You can schedule that. You can backdate it as well. So if you want to make it look like it that actually went live maybe a week ago, for argument's sake, and you can do all that sort of stuff there as well. Now, the thing is that there's two options. So this is what they call an unpublished post, or like I say, a dark post. So that means it won't actually show up on your Facebook page's timeline. Now, like I say, the reason why you might want to do that is because you just purely using it as an ad, but bear in mind that you will still be able to see that ad if it is running. So competitors, for example, would be able to see that ad if it is running. Last and final thing, just going to mention here really quick, you can also put in the post ID if you've got that. So just if you're going back to this one, just to recall, this is my post ID here, blah, 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 blah. And, I'll just copy that, Control C, continue, or whatever you want. And then just dump it in there, and it will go, yep, okay, cool. Submit, and it should, in theory, pop up with that post. There we go, cool. Okay, nice one. Okay, so that's it. And then basically that means that you now can use the same ad for a range of campaigns, a range of ad sets. You're going to maintain that social proof, because if you're familiar with Facebook, you'll know that if you are setting up an ad, it won't maintain that social proof if you create a new ad set. And even if you replicate that exact ad, it won't actually maintain the likes and comments and shares. So really powerful way just to get that out there. And if you spend even 10 or 15 bucks just to get a few likes, it just shows that value, and people are more inclined to then click on it themselves and have a look and see what it's all about. And obviously the better the click-through rate, the bigger the net we can cast in terms of our audience. And that's it. That's what we're doing as part of Facebook ads. So anyway, hope you've learned something today. Hopefully that makes sense. And of course, if you do have your own little hacks you'd like me to cover, or any questions about the strategy, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. And otherwise, my name is Jamie G. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.